それは僕たちは入ってから知ったね。
We didn't know that. Your tuition is gonna probably keep going up.
笑っとれんけど。
いや、もうそろそろ限界だね、うちらも。Today we're going to talk about international schools and how much they cost. Elementary schools. So first of all, インタの平均学費はいくらか。念のために調べましたね。We did research this for you guys.
関東エリアね、うちらが知ってる範囲で。
Yeah, so all of this comes from experience in the Kanto area. The further away you get from Kanto, it'll be a little less expensive.
場所によって変わる。
でうちがね、一番経験があるのはもう関東だからね。
200から250、東京、関東エリアね。
But there are some outliers. Outlier わかる？これビジネスでよく使う言葉、時計学に使う言葉なんだけど、ここが平均だとすると、こことここのことが outlier って言うんだよね。If you go to a really expensive international school, something like ASIJ or Yokohama International School, tuition would be about 3 million yen for those.
アメリカから仕事に来た人たちのためにまず作られたみたいなの。
何のために作られたか正直わかんないんだけど、でも多くの生徒さんは確かに親の仕事で親の会社さんが払ってくれる。そう、外交の方とかは多いんだよね。I mentioned there are outliers. So some schools are way above that. And then of course there's the Indian International School, which is way below that. あれ年間は60万円くらいね。
あ、そんなに安いの？
I think so, yeah.
私立より安い。そんなに？
I think so, yeah.
そう、最近はね、そのインディアンインターナショナルスクールっていうのをよく聞くから。
Yeah.
ね。
Check it out. If you want an international school and you can't afford a really high tuition, that may be a great option for you as well. So in short, まとめるとね。So in short, most of the international schools are going to be here in Kanto, between 2 to 2.5 million a year for tuition alone. There are some outliers, like the Indian International School, which is pretty inexpensive. And then there's these really, really good schools. These schools would be considered good anywhere in the world. もう日本の中でじゃなくて、世界的にはもういいカリキュラム抱えてる学校たちはね、ASIJ とか横浜とか。
でももっとすごいのがある。アビとか。
So Appy, yeah. Harrow Appy would be a boarding school.
Boarding school.
That's a
寮生の。
Right. So that's an international school with a really good curriculum where you can also you live there. Yeah, it's a boarding school. So that's another excellent one. So now here are some problems regarding cost. First of all, your tuition is going to probably keep going up. My friend, who is a principal at an international school, she said it's very normal for international schools to raise their rates every 2 or 3 years. だから1年生で入った時にそのままの金額ずっと学費キープできるわけじゃなくても少しずつ上がってきます。
それは僕たちは入ってから知ったね。
We didn't know that.
まさか上がっていくとは思ってなかった。
でも当たり前に言われてみれば、当たり前かもね。でもこれね、
いやー、俺公立しか知らんからさ。
でもインフレの前の話ですよね、これ。インフレ、今は
ドンと上がる可能性
があります。
上がりました。
やられました。So we were freaking out about that.
笑っとれんけど。
Yeah, seriously, we were not expecting that little blow there. But I mean, that's business, so they have to pay for everything. I guess it makes sense, but just know that you will be paying more every 2 or 3 years. It shouldn't go up every year. My friend, who's been working in international schools all of her career, she says that it shouldn't go up every year because she's never heard of that, but it will go up every 2 or 3 years. And gradually it won't make it like a big jump, hopefully, but yeah. So that's something fun to keep in mind. 一つの楽しみ。
まあうちはね、教育には金をかけていこうっていう。
でもここまでもうそろそろ限界だね、うちらも。そう。
頑張ります。
2人いるしね。Right. もう一つの問題は途中でインターやめられなくなります。
やっぱ日本語力に差ができてしまうから日本でやっていこうとしたら、アレックスもね、塾とかなんかそういう習い事に生かして、なんとかこうカバーしようとしてるけど、やっぱり圧倒的に時間が違いすぎる。
触れてる時間はね。
まあバイリンガルのインターナショナルがあったとしたらちょっとわからんけど。
Maybe, yeah.
うちが知ってるのはやっぱインターはちょっと英語に力入れないかんので、 英語の時間の方が多い。
But you know what? Like Japan is famous worldwide for having one of the best education systems in the world. 公立はね。で、それはね、もう8時間でしょ、1日。だとすると、いくらバイリンガルインターって言っても、なかなかそれと同じようなことできないんだよね。英語も。
まあもちろん。英語をちゃんとフルエントリーにするためには、やっぱ時間もかけないかんし。
And I was raised as a bilingual speaker, Spanish and English, and I am telling you, it is very difficult to achieve full proficiency in 2 languages in every domain. Speaking, reading, writing, like listening. It's very, very, very difficult.
あと日本語は難しい。
And Japanese is hard. Yes. You guys have the hardest language. Why? Why is your school?
言い回しがいっぱいあるからね。
そうだね。Another thing to worry about is 追加費用. There's always like a lot of costs. まず the registration fee, like the initial payment, 入学費とか、yeah, there's like initial
でもそ
payment.
れ一番最初だけど。
最初だけ。でも学校によって全然
まあ高いね。
すごい高いところもある。Plus there's like lunch, 教科書とか、you know, like 教材。There's bus fare, if you live far away, there's bus fare, which can be very pricey. So you really need an estimate. 本当に検討するときに見積もってもらわないといけないんだよね。
学費だけじゃなく、そういうね、付属した費用、コストに関しては、まあみんな提示してくれるからね。
Yeah, they're very nice usually. Yeah. Another issue with international schools would be if the parent isn't very comfortable with English, it's going to be difficult for the parent to communicate directly with the teachers.
まあ今はまだ AI が出てきたから翻訳よりもちゃんと聞けるようになってきたけど、それでもやっぱりコミュニケーション大事だからね、学校とかね。だからちゃんとその日本のコミュニケーションを取れる人がいてくれるか、まあ自分親がフレンドリーかみたいな状態の方がまだ、100%、まあ、力を使える。
Right. Another option that we need to start, all of us need to start considering is online international schools. There are full-time online international schools in this day and age. They're very cost efficient.
コストが抑えられてる。リーズナブル。
They're very reasonable, right? The curriculum is the equivalent of something you'd get at one of these high-performing international schools.
先生の質もいい。
もう非常に高いし、it's kind of like the best of both worlds because it's a very, very, very high-level curriculum, global curriculum, but because there's no school, there's no 校舎がないね, there's no campus, the cost is really, really low. For instance, CGA. 前、エドマツワが来てくれたんだけど、だから CGA は1年間でもう多分4科目取るんだよね。大体生徒さんがね、もう4科目で1年間でもう多分170万円ぐらいだよね。
今ちょっと調べてる。
そう調べてるところだよね。That's something we're very interested in because すごい時間セーブできるんだよね。今アレックスはね、合計多分3時間ぐらいおっしゃってるんだよね、通学で。
通学ね。
And he loves to program. He just wants to be programming all day long. So if we could get those 3 hours back, he'd be able to いっぱいコーディングしたいんだよね、あれ。So if you're looking for something that's the best of both worlds, you definitely would want to look for something like CGA, where the tuition is low, but the level of education is very, very high. That would be something that's something we're looking into too. 常に情報を探してるからね、私が。
まあオンラインスクールはね、もう日本でも N 校とかあるからね、そこ選択肢として
全然あるだし。そうだよね。オンライン英会話と違うんだよね。そこはすごい気をつけないといけない。最近オンラインインターとかって聞くけど、結局英会話しかないから、if you're gonna look for an online school, it has to be a school where you can get a diploma, like global, like an international diploma of some kind, a graduation diploma.
日本の公立は平均学費が、11万とか、私立になると、まあ、それが100万になると。
Which, by the way, 100万, a million yen per year for a private school is very, very inexpensive compared to America. アメリカのプライベートスクールはどっちかというと日本のインタの金額の学費に近いんだよね。
じゃあもっと高い。
日本の私立は安いなっていう印象をいつも受けるんだよね。So that was it. We just wanted to give you guys an idea of how much tuition costs if you're going to send your child to an international school. In Japan, our prices were based around the Kanto area. But it is going to depend on the curriculum, on the teachers. So yeah, just do your research and find a place that that feels comfortable for you、ね、
まあ迷うよね。
迷うね、迷うね。
子育ての時に今日ね、どこの学校に行かせるか、僕たちもね、意外とでも運命的なとこあるよね。
あるある。
うちらはね。
Okay, let us know if you want to see more videos like this. We love making them. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.